Welcome back to another edition of Least Googled X Thing. This time we're going to have a battle royale to find out the most irrelevant country in Europe. Each country will face off in a one-on-one battle on Google Trends. The country with fewer searches in 2021 moves on and takes over their opponent, and this goes on until we're left with just one irrelevant nation to rule the entire continent. First up, we're going to have Norway against Iceland. Yeah, Iceland, a lot less relevant than Norway. That is it for Norway in this competition. Oh my god, it's like a perfect straight line. I just used the brush tool. Next up we have Sweden against Denmark, fighting against each other instead of over Norway for change. Yeah, Denmark, quite a bit less relevant than Sweden. They move on. The big DK. Top of Sweden. Finland against Estonia. Estonia is much less relevant than Finland. You can thank centuries of Russian rule for that. Well, of course, Finland had it too, but like Estonia, you know, was within people's lifetime. So we got an EE for Estonia. Now we're going to have Latvia against Lithuania. I think this is going to be a close one. I mean, I feel like they're both pretty equally matched in terms of relevancy. Yeah. I knew it'd be close, but Lithuania is slightly less relevant, so they had to take over Latvia and move on. Now we're going to have Russia against Georgia. I think that's a pretty obvious conclusion, but it's still going to be fun to watch. Yeah, it is not even close. I don't think any of the states had that big a ratio, literally like 16-1. In a way, this is history repeating itself with Stalin becoming the dictator of the USSR. Next up, we're going to have the UK against Ireland, and it's clear how that one's going to end, but that won't make it any less satisfying. Yeah, Ireland, way less relevant than the UK. Honegorla, Honegorla, Honegorla. Okay, next up is the Netherlands against Belgium. Only a little bit less relevant than the Netherlands, but they do move on. Next up, we're going to have Luxembourg against Germany, because sometimes you just need to be cruel like that. Yeah, Luxembourg. 18 and 18-1 ratio. Yeah, I mean, you saw it coming. You were never going to win this game. Next up, we will have Poland against Belarus. Belarus was very relevant last year, but see how they fare. I'm guessing this is when the protests on in May. I think so. But in any case, Belarus wins this round. They move on. I mean, Belarus must be the one neighbor that hasn't invaded Poland. Next up, we're going to have Ukraine against Moldova. Moldova, a lot less relevant than Ukraine. And you can say it's for the wrong reasons, but we are just dealing with 2021 in this game. Now we will have Slovakia against Hungary. I wanted Hungary against Romania, but you know, the geographic position of all the countries got in the way. But this is the next best thing. Yeah, Hungary had a huge peak. It's probably when all that gay rights stuff was going on. But Slovakia wins. They were nice and quiet in 2021, even though they were like in the top 5 for COVID deaths. Yeah, I like how we're seeing like a lot of reversals of history so far in this game. Okay, now we will have Czech Republic against Austria. Czech Republic, a lot less relevant. These two areas are united again, but we're not in Bohemia anymore. Switzerland against Liechtenstein. Ooh, you cannot even 55-1. Has to be the biggest defeat yet. We don't have much to worry about here, just this little bit. Another straight line. I'm getting good at this. Now we have France against Andorra. Yeah, another massive defeat. Oh, even worse than Switzerland, 56-1. Yeah, France. I know you're bad at wars, but like losing a war to Andorra. At least Emmanuel Macron can be king full-time now. Now we have Italy, San Marino, and Vatican City. in a three-way match because we had an odd number, so three had to go together, and may as well be the country with two other countries landlocked inside it. San Marino and Vatican City both have one, so we're just going to take Italy out of the equation. Just look at those two on their own. San Marino, quite a bit less relevant than Vatican City, so they get to take over the peninsula. Yeah, you really should have added them to Italy while you had the chance. Next up, we have Slovenia against Croatia. Say they give out cash prizes for finding Slovenia on a map. Yeah, Slovenia, a lot less relevant than Croatia. There we go. I guess we're de-Balkanizing the Balkans, in a sense. We're gonna have them all under one country, which is probably for the best. Next up, we have Bosnia-Herzegovina against Montenegro. That is way closer than I thought it was. They both must be really irrelevant. But Montenegro wins. Yeah, this map is very misleading. Croatia actually goes all the way down to here, and then Bosnia only has like a tiny bit of coastline around here. But now they can swim all they want. And now we have a match that definitely isn't going to destroy my comment section. The winner also gets Kosovo. Yeah, Albania wins this time. Don't worry, very normal thing going on here. Next up we have Romania against Bulgaria. Bulgaria wins this one. I mean, it could be worse. Romania, you could be with literally any of your other neighbors. And, oh, this will be a fun one. Armenia against Azerbaijan. Of course, the winner gets Artsakh as well. It is close, but Azerbaijan is a bit less relevant. It says something about which side the world is taking in this ongoing battle. Continuing, another fun one. Turkey against Cyprus. Cyprus, much less relevant. I mean, how about this for a situation that pleases nobody? Now we're going to have Greece against the one and only Macedonia. And the one and only Macedonia moves on. There is nothing I enjoy more than your tears. Now we have Monaco against Malta. Putting them together was a bit awkward, but with how many countries are only attached to one country, that's just how things worked out. Monaco, which I'm kind of surprised by, but what can you do? What am I gonna do in this situation? Should I just put MC here, stick an arrow here, a big long one here? Finally, with Spain against Portugal. Yeah, Portugal definitely wins that one. Is this good or bad news for Catalonia? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, let's face it, they're both going to be united with Andorra anyway, so I think things will work out for Catalonia in the long run. So yeah, that's it for round one. These are the 24 countries that survived. Welcome to round two in the Eurovision. Welcome to round two in the European Battle of Relevancy. We're going to start off with Iceland against Denmark. Iceland, a good bit less relevant than Denmark. Iceland is really eating up all its Scandinavian neighbours. I think it is the last Scandinavian left. Iceland isn't. I don't think Iceland is considered Scandinavian for some reason, even though it really should be. Like, it's still a Scandinavian language. Say what you want about Finland. And now we're going to have Estonia against Lithuania. Very close, just like with Latvia. The three Baltic states are all very matched in terms of relevancy, but Estonia does win in this case. I don't know who dreams of a united Baltic region, but this is how it turns out. We are going to keep the E in Finland because that's what Estonia would do. Next up, we're going to have Andorra against Portugal. Yeah, not even close, but at least it wasn't as bad as Germany. So Andorra moves on. Have a big A over here and a big over here. Now we're gonna have Ireland against Belgium. Oh, Belgium barely loses. I did not think that expanding our territory would be this satisfying, but definitely is. Can't you hear it in my voice? And now it's time for Monaco against San Marino. San Marino wins by quite a bit. Am I going to keep the circle for Malta? Nah, let's just get Malta off the map though. And now 2 more microstates will face off. Liechtenstein against Luxembourg. Yeah, huge victory for Liechtenstein. I mean, being sandwiched in between 2 other countries does that to you. Next we have Cyprus against Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan wins this time. I mean, I would have thought Cyprus was less relevant in 2021, but I guess that shows that people value, you know, booking a holiday over wars going on around the world. And now we will have the one and only Macedonia against Bulgaria. And the one and only Macedonia wins out in irrelevancy in this match. Yeah, whoever says she doesn't have Alexandra's blood, you know, look again. And next up we have Albania against Montenegro, continuing the quest of finally de-Balkanizing the Balkans. Montenegro wins. But in a way, Albania still achieved their goal of Albanian irredentism. Next up we have Slovenia against Slovakia, and there's a pretty strong chance that I will announce the wrong winner and then only realize in editing. Yeah, my eyes do not deceive me, Slovenia has won. Next we have Czech Republic up against Belarus. Pretty close, but Belarus barely manages to win. What did Czech Republic do last year that made them more relevant than Belarus? And now we'll have Georgia up against Moldova. Another very close one, but the winner is Georgia. Remember that Google Trends does take into account if you're looking up Georgia the state or Georgia the country. And here are the final 12 countries in the Battle of Relevancy. It's like a pretty good Hunger Games. So first up, in round 3, we have the one and only Macedonia up against Azerbaijan. And the one and only Macedonia carries on. Reuniting the Balkans has moved beyond the Balkans now. Now we have Slovenia against Montenegro, unless Slovakia actually won. Yeah, Montenegro moves on. Just in case, what would have happened if Slovakia had been up against them? Yeah, bigger margin. I think I got it right. It's still a tiny bit short of reuniting the entire former Yugoslavia. Now we have Andorra against San Marino. San Marino wins. It's another microstate gone, not relevancy. Now we have Iceland against Ireland. Hopefully this rigging will work in my favour. No, that did not work at all. Ireland is out, and Iceland is moving on to the final 6. Next up, we will have Liechtenstein against Belarus. Liechtenstein is the winner here. Yeah, very difficult to beat the microstates in a game like this. I mean, their relevancy is what has allowed them to last so long. Finally, we're going to have Estonia against Georgia. Close one, but Estonia survives for another round. We're now down to the final 6. Iceland, Estonia, Liechtenstein, San Marino, Montenegro, and the one and only Macedonia. We're going to have Iceland against San Marino, the one and only Macedonia against Montenegro, and Liechtenstein against Estonia. First match of the final 6, Iceland against San Marino. Yeah, huge win for San Marino. They make it to the final 3. San Marino's empire stretches all the way from the north of Norway, you know, Tromsø and Trondheim, all the way down to the southern tips of Spain and Italy. Now, hoping to finally unite the Balkans, Montenegro against the one and only Macedonia. The one and only Macedonia just manages to win and make it to the final three. The final match of round 3 is Liechtenstein against Estonia. And it's a massive win for Liechtenstein. The Liechtenstein Empire stretches all the way from Switzerland to far out Russia, you know, Vladivostok. And we are down to our final 3. The one and only Macedonia, San Marino, and Liechtenstein. Question is, who do I make face off against each other first? I feel like San Marino has less land at the moment, so, you know, in the spirit of fairness, we'll put San Marino up against the one and only Macedonia. And San Marino wins, though it is like a 2-to-1 ratio. Yeah, in a sense, this is like a new Roman Empire. The whole of Europe is now controlled by San Marino and Liechtenstein. Just take a moment to appreciate this. San Marino stretching all the way from Norway to Italy, from Portugal to Azerbaijan. Who wouldn't want to live here? But only one can take control of the entire continent. San Marino versus Liechtenstein. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Liechtenstein. Congratulations, Liechtenstein. You are the least Googled and least relevant country in Europe. Everyone bow down to the great Liechtenstein Empire. You must all bow down to your new monarch, Hans Adam II. Liechtenstein on a plenum. If you like this video, please subscribe, and may do other contents in the future. Signing out.